Hello, Vidhi. We will still wait for a couple of minutes. Hello, Mana. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, we can begin. In the last lab session, have we done interface questions? Interface abstract class questions? Okay, okay. Anybody is having any question in inheritance, abstract class, interface, you can ask me right now because then we are done with practicals also. Okay, nobody is having any questions regarding these topics, inheritance, implements, extends, keyword, anything? Yes, yes, Mohammed. You can unmute yourself and talk to me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, Mohammed.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Why can't we inherit multiple classes unlike interface?
I am not able to hear you properly. I don't know why.
Why can't we inherit multiple classes in Java unlike interfaces?
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, yes, yes, yes. If you have two classes, why you can interface that? Why you can extend, right? That is your question. Yeah. Yes, Mohammed.
Ma'am, why we cannot inherit multiple classes
Yes,
in
yes,
Java, but in JavaScript we can?
yes, yes, yes. I got your point. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you want to extend your class A and class B in C, okay, if you want to do like this, then you remember the concept of overriding, right? When you are inheriting, a class, say this is having void some method,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And your class B is also having same void sum method. Then when you are inheriting in class C, the class C's confusion is which sum method I am overriding currently, or which sum method I am able to call, whether it is A's method or whether it is B's method. That is confusion for class C. So whenever you are using interfaces, in interface you are not giving the, if you have interface I1, then if you have void sum here, then you are never giving the body. If the body is unknown, then whichever class is going to implement it, that class will give its body. So here class C is
Yes,
confused.
because
Yes.
yes, because of abstract functions.
I don't think, like, I am not able to hear you properly. I don't know why. Can you type it out in the chat box?
Maybe. Okay.
Yes, yes, because I think the voice is breaking for me. Because of abstract function. Yes, yes, yes. This function is currently by default abstract. So the body is unknown. So this C, whenever it is implemented in this interface, it has to give its own body. But here, when body was already existing in class A and class B, which are normal classes, which are not abstract classes, you cannot use extends keyword over here. Now got the point for two different classes why you cannot inherit? Okay. Okay, okay, yes. Okay, then we can move on to the questions regarding
Ma'am,
exception. Yes, Mohammed.
ma'am, but how interface we can inherit like how many interface?
Hey, that is n number of interface. That is okay. See, you can
Okay.
implement n number of interface, I1, I2, I3, whatever is your interface number, because any of the body, any of the interface is not having its body. The function is not having its body. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then we can move on to exception handling. Now, in your lab manual that I've shared with you, the PDF, please open that PDF. There are two questions of exception handling in that manual. Let us read out those questions and try to execute them. Question number 16 and 17. We have two questions on exception handling. In the first question, you need to generate the exceptions. Generating means you need to create the events that may cause exception. Like whenever you are trying to access a null string or a null block of memory, the null pointer exception will be generated. So we have to generate these three exceptions: negative array size, index out of bound, and then we need to give mechanism for catching it. Mechanism for catching it meaning we have to surround this exception handling exception statements using try and catch, and in your catch you are displaying the message stored in the exception object by using get message function. That is your first question. Are you able to understand the first question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Please try the first question. If you are not able to understand, let me know. I will help you out. Yes, Vidhi, you can share your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You are first creating the application. When you are yes, correct. Then you are creating an arrow represent trying to access the yes, correct. Good. Yes, very good. Done, done. Then read out the 17th question. If you are having any questions in that, let me know, Vidhi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, after pass the iteration count, I'm not understanding it.
Okay. You need to okay, pass the expression in the method and pass the iteration count when the expression by calling the method by using. Okay, see, whenever you will be using see, you need to throw the exception, right? So you'll be throwing the object of arithmetic exception whenever the divide by zero is occurring, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So whenever that is occurring, at that time, what we are doing, there are actually two ways of doing it. In the first way, you create this for loop. In the for loop, you are accessing the elements of the array. And you see, the reason is I'm asking you to create the array because they have mentioned that at some iteration in the loop it is happening. Okay. So you can either create the array or you can just run the loop for whatever number of times you want. And you can divide one number by another number. And whenever that input number is zero, at that time the exception is occurring. So it is throwing the control to the catch block. Now, whenever you are using throw keyword, no, you need to pass the object of exception, right? Here, you will be passing the object of
Yes, ma'am.
exception, right? So, whenever you are passing arithmetic exception object, if you remember, there is always one parameter string that you can pass over there. The string parameter in the object, which is a parameterized constructor of that class, that string you can pass. In that string, you can pass this I for iteration. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in the catch block, you can directly print that out. If you are passing, you can use get message and you can retrieve that message using get message is a function that retrieves the message that is written inside that string parameter. Got it?
Means I have to create the object in the try block and catch it in the catch
Yes.
block.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes, Mohammed, you can share your screen. Yes, okay, I can see your screen. Illegal start of type. Okay. Oh, you are writing it outside the main. Okay, see, your is your public static void main is ended on line number 13. 13. Just remove that curly bracket of line number 13. Yes. Now try to run it again. Now there is just one bracket missing at the end. The class is left to be completed. You are completing void main, but the class is left to be completed. Yes. That is the void main completing movement. See the pairing, the color will highlight. See, this 19 numbered line is matching its color with number 2 line. So your class's bracket is missing. No, one more bracket will come. Got it? Now you try. Yes, right? Is it working fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Bipin, you joined late. What happened? You are working on the program now? Yes, Bipin, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are working on which program right now? Yes, Josh, that is okay. But if you are done with the program, you can share your screen. I will check it out. Whenever you are done with the first program, 16th number question, just share your screen, okay? If you are not able to understand, let me know. If network is going on and off, that is okay. But once you are in the meeting, just share your screen. I will check it out. Yes, sir. Yes, Mohammed, what happened? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. In 17th question, what you need to do? You need to create a function. You can create any method that you want, and that method is throwing some exception. So, in the method header itself, you can mention that it is throwing some exception. Let me present my screen. Are you able to see my screen, Mohammed? Okay, okay, yes. So, in this question, you are creating a function that is throwing some exception, okay? Okay, it is throwing the exception of type arithmetic exception at a random iteration in for loop. So, what computation you are doing in that method, it is independent of whatever you are doing, that is okay. But your this method, say for example, this method is divide only. The method name is divide. Then this method is throwing the exception. So if it is probable of throwing the exception, we list out here throws keyword that it may throw arithmetic exception. Okay. Whatever is the name of the class, you are mentioning it over here. Now, in the body of this, in this body of the function, you are at some point in the logic, it is throwing some exception. So in your for loop, what you are doing, you are trying to divide two numbers or whatever you feel that is okay. You can create an array, and maybe you want to divide that array elements by 0 or any input number, that is okay. Whatever you want to do in the logic, that is okay. But somewhere it is throwing the exception where you are checking that whether the input number, whatever is the number that you want to divide your array element with, if it is 0, then it is throwing the, it is throwing what it is throwing, it is throwing the exception, arithmetic exception object. Now whenever you are throwing the arithmetic exception object, here you can create the, you can call the constructor which is using parameters also, which can print some message. Whatever message you want to pass, you can pass. Along with that, it is mentioned over here that you need to call the method and you need to pass the iteration count when the exception is occurred. So whenever the exception is occurring, no, you are passing the iteration count also over here along with this message that you want to print. So now in your main function, in your public static void main, whenever you are calling this input, this divide, the function name is divide, whenever you are calling this divide, you are surrounding this divide with try and catch because it is capable of throwing the exception. And whenever the exception is occurring, arithmetic exception, you are catching it, and inside the body of catcher, you can use this get message function. You can use this get message function to retrieve the message which will print at which ith iteration the exception has occurred. Because you are constantly dividing, say for example, you are doing it for an array, then your array is, say for example, of size 10, you are inputting elements from user, or maybe you are simply creating a static array of size 10. Whatever element you want to keep, you can keep it over here, okay? And for every input of B, you want to divide, B by, you want to do this division operation. Say for example, you want to do division operation, else if it is non-zero, if the B's value is non-zero, then what you are doing, then you are dividing your this array of I by B. Else you are dividing your array of I by B. If it is 0, then the division is not possible. So you are throwing the arithmetic exception message. Along with the constructor, you are using this whatever message you want to print along with the iteration number. That is what you are passing here, and that iteration number I, for whatever value of I the exception has occurred. No, for that value, you can print it using the get message function over here. Are you getting the use of are you getting the logic of this program, Mohammed? Yes, yes. Please try this question.
Ma'am, it is not showing me any output. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, you can share your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me stop using. Yes, I'm able to see some. Okay, what is it showing? You are creating the object. You are throwing A whenever your n is 0 at that point. Okay. Hmm. Otherwise, you are okay. Yes, yes. Uh, yes, it is correct only. But you see, the problem is that there this n is randomized, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
n the possibility of from 0 to 100, it is from 0 to 99, it is going to generate a random number. So the
Hmm.
possibility of getting n as 0 is less over here. So it is showing you the problem like that. Just reduce it to yeah. Now try. At some time you can just print n and check what is the current value of n, and
I
then we
am
can.
printing here A also, but it is not printing.
Oh, yes, it should print. Yes, yes, yes. What is the array's value? Can you show me the array?
Array is empty,
Okay, okay. If array is empty, then default value is 0.
but
If
it
it
should
is come
even
to
print 0.
yeah, it should print 0. You are calling your function divide. Show me how you are calling it in your word name. You are simply yes, 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 yes. When you are surrounding it by try and catch, it is correct only. Do you have any other divide function anywhere else? No, right?
No.
Okay. Just call it using class name dot function name because it is static. No. Will you try calling it in a word name using 17 dot divide?
Here?
Yeah. Just class name dot function name because it is static. No? So I'm thinking that there must be some another S is capital. Now please try. Oh, why it is not? It should at least print the else part if it is not going in the if.
Yes.
I is 0, you are generating a random number. If n is 0, you are throwing the exception. Otherwise, you are doing this. So if n is non-zero, then this at least should work. It should at least print this. Okay. Can we do one thing, Vidhi? Can you
Yes.
directly print the value of n as soon as it is generated after Yes,
By
yes.
taking it from the user?
No, 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 no. Just after that statement, no, just print the value of n. Let us see, is it not going, why it is not going in if else? That I want to check. Is it not executing the function or what is happening? See, now it is printing 3, no? If it is
Yes,
printing
ma'am.
3, it is going else. If it is going in else, then you are doing n3 divided by I, meaning 3 by 0.
Yes.
If it is 3 by 0, then it should automatically be, throwing the exception.
Yes, ma'am.
It should go to the catch block directly. And in the catch block, what you have done in the catch block? Have you used get message?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I got your problem. This get message will return a string, and that string you are not printing. Just surround your get message with SOP.
Okay.
That's why it is not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 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 Now, see, the problem here is that whenever you are see the message I want to convey here, how shall I put it? See, yes, in the else part itself, first time it is going to throw the exception, right? Because I is 0.
Yes, ma'am.
If it is doing I is 0, no, you are providing try and catch. You have provided throws and throw, but you have provided it at in the if condition. So currently the get message which is getting printed, no, it is printing the message handled by JVM itself. Why? because it is not giving here the number can divided by 0, that exception message that you have printed over there. No, it is printed in the if condition, not in the else condition. Okay, I'm just giving you the information. Don't worry about that.
Yes, ma'am.
So if in the else part, if exception is occurring, no, JVS message is getting printed here. Are you getting it? Not your message.
Yes, ma'am.
You got the reason why it is printing simply divide by 0, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Now, if the exception is occurring in your if block, no, then it will print your customized message and along with that iteration. You got it?
But how shall I print it?
Yes. In that case, see, every time your I is 0, no, this is going to happen, right? N by
Yes.
I, it is going to happen. Try to divide it by I plus 1, means let us divide it by 1 itself. N by and divided by I plus 1, or you can start your this with 1, or any bit is okay. Yes. Now, if you do it like that, no, any at any number of time, whenever your n becomes 0, see it is generating right now, right? Number cannot be divided by 0 at the fourth iteration or whatever is the value of I, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sixth. Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. It is correct. Good, good. Now, Vidhi, if you are done with this question, try creating your custom exception. Now, it is not there in the manual. I'm giving you another exercise. Try creating your exception, custom exception, according to your requirement. Whatever do you want to implement over here, and whatever time you want to generate the exception message, like we did in the class for negative radius, right? Just like that,
Yes,
create
ma'am.
your own. Yes, try to create your own exception class according to your need and see if it is getting thrown and cached or not. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, done with the 17th question, Mohammed. Mehdi, what about you? Are you done with the custom exception?
Yes, ma'am, but it is printing 2 times the message.
Oh, you can share your screen. I will help you out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you are not able to do Mohammed, please let me know. I will help you out again. Okay. Okay, what is the problem here? You are inputting the name. Okay, fine. If oh, okay. If it is containing okay, if it is not if there are no alphabets inside it, then you are throwing exception, right? Okay, just show me the name exception class once. Here you are simply initializing your string with that s, okay, because it is a constructor, and you are printing name does only contain characters. Okay, good. Yes, now please go back to that yes program. Here, okay, whenever you are passing this s is getting what is the value of s? S is the user entering value. Oh, okay. And that is initialized over there. And then here you are simply using print message. For the number of times the length is there. Oh, are you getting it? As it is inside the loop, no. For the number of times the digits have been entered, for those many number of times, it is going to go till the it is see it is already going to the length, right? So if you are writing 2712 at the end, then for 2 it is printing again, for 7 it is going, for 1 again it is going, for 2 again it is going. Are you getting the problem here first? Vidhi, you are on mute. I am not able to hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was explaining you.
No, that is okay. Yes, please continue.
Yeah. Now I got it. What is
Yes,
the problem? Yeah.
you can just break in the catch, no, whenever the message is getting printed, no. After that, you can simply break the loop so that the rest of the statements will not be even checked. That is the better option, right?
Hmm. So,
Good. Very good. Yes, very good. Yes. No questions in custom exceptions, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Then there is one program of multi-threading in the lab manual. If
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
able to see, understand, let me know. Otherwise, I'll help you out with that question. Okay.
Uh, 18th program.
Yes. 18th is the lab manual question.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
yeah, see if you are able to understand. Otherwise, I will help you out. Or oh no. That question. That we actually rephrase that question. Okay, I am sharing my screen. Actually, that question we rephrased. There was some problem with that question. I am sharing my screen. Just look at this question. Yes. This is your 18th question. If you don't, just try the program without synchronization first and then try it with synchronization. Okay. Create the classes. You need to create here 3 classes because each of them are printing different values. You can create the 3 classes and then you can call these threads.
Should I call the join function?
Yes, yes. See, actually, there is nothing to be printed after printing these threads. So I don't think it is required because if the threads are working in synchronization, no, then every thread is going to finish execution completely, and then the CPU will be allocated to the next thread. So no need to worry about that. Just try to use it without synchronization and then do it with synchronization. Let's see what happens later. Okay.
So like I have to make 3 classes and 3 threads and allocate it.
Yes, yes. You are creating 3 threads over here, and each class is having no.
3 threads will have different resources.
Oh, like that. Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
I'm asking, actually I'm confused. That's why.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Let me read out the question. Create 3 threads in synchronization. Okay. That will reduce the input number okay, by 1 every time and displays the output as follows. Okay. Mm, so thread 1 is starting from 15. Oh, so uh, well, you can create one method synchronized. That is simple. Okay, that is printing. That is reducing this number till 1. Okay, we can create one method that is synchronized. Say, for example, print itself, and we can reduce till this. Or this we can do. Okay, okay, I see. Oh yes, yes, yes. Now this method itself we can create parameterized. So what I am planning is you create the method print with parameter in one class itself. No need to create 3 classes. One class itself we can create 3 different threads. That is okay. And this method is simply printing this value of n in decrementation. Okay, it is printing n in decrementation. Now this is your one of the class. Okay, whatever is the name of the class, one class is this, and from your main class, okay, you are creating your 3 threads in your void main, and both the then all the 3 threads, thread T1, new thread, and here whenever you are creating the thread, you can make in your run method. Whenever you are calling your run, see, run will be called always first, right? From your thread, whenever you start running, your run will be called always first. Okay, so from here you can call print for this n inside the run method itself. uh, you know and but what I'm thinking is, how will you pass this n? So that is okay. For 3 threads you can create 3 threads working for this only. For the same class you can create 3 threads. That is okay. But what I'm thinking is, if I want to decrement the same value, say for example, I'm working for 15, then for 10, then for 5, then with 3 threads we can do it. But how to pass this n, that I am thinking. You can
Ma'am, then we can make different objects.
yes, it is okay. You will create different objects. Test T1. Oh, okay, like that you are telling. And then you
Yeah,
can pass.
otherwise in the same number only it will be decremented.
Yes, yes, yes. Then you create the parameterized constructor like this, right? And then n, that n you pass over here, right? Like that you are telling me.
Yeah, like I'll make 3 objects and I'll give those 3 objects to 3 threads.
Yes,
So
yes. Then
every time I can have different decrement.
yes, 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 yes. That will work. Yes, please try that. Passing the parameterized constructor. Then you can initialize this n, and then that n goes here. That can be done. Yeah. See if it is working or not. It will definitely work because you are creating three different objects. Yeah, this will work. What I am thinking is, if you want to work on the same object, then what to do? That I am thinking. This. Oh, we can use that consumer producer logic over here. Mm, oh, I guess that will work. Just mm, yeah, we can pass this object. No, just one. Sorry, this we can pass. And along with that, we can pass the 10 also here. And oh, this is from that. Oh yes, this can work, I guess. And here itself can create a new thread. No, T1. You can pass here. What we want to make the thread for. For this class, I want to make the thread. Ruby can be given the value from itself, and you are creating this thread. Yeah, for the current object, and then you can have even.start.
Ma'am, shall I implement runnable or extend threads?
What I am thinking, okay, in that case, you can, you can directly use extend thread. In this case, you can use extend thread directly
Okay.
because, oh, no, you're creating thread over here. No, yes, you will need runnable interface. Yes, because you're creating threads over here with that OB, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you will need, yes, you will need runnable here.
So I just implement no runnable.
Yes. You can implement runnable here itself in your main class. And yes, you can use that thread here and you can pass it runnable object inside the thread. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Vidhi, one more thing I'm thinking. See,
Yes, ma'am.
see on my screen. What I am planning is, see, in that example, no, you will be creating three different threads, okay? But you will be creating three different objects for different number of n, especially. Then
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
be not pointing to the same block of memory, right?
Yes.
If I want to point to the same block of memory, what I'm thinking is creating one simple class test, just like we do, and having one print n method like this and decrementing n. That is okay. Now, in your test one class, you are implementing runnable interface, and just like the get and put function of this producer and consumer, I will be passing this classes object over here in the constructor of this thread class. And whenever I'll create the object of this test one class, in say for example P1, in my void main, I will be, when I will be creating the thread, for this, then at that time I'll be passing the object of this test class, whatever is the OB, along with that this value. So test again, T2 equals to new test 1, same OB for the first class test, and I'm passing 5 over here, and same. So in this way, you are pointing to, you are referring the same object here, right? The class is object, test class is object, this class is object is same only OB, and I am passing different values here, which I am initializing here in the test1 class, and I'm initializing this classes object like the resource object. No, it is acting like a resource over here for us. And for whatever value of n, I am creating this thread and starting it, where in the run method now I am calling the print function. Get it? So whatever is the print function, of this OB, which I am passing over here. This OB is getting initialized over here, which in turn is initializing our global OB of your producer or consumer class, and you are starting a thread. So whatever is this OB, on that OB only your print function is getting called. So now you are allocating, you are pointing to the same block of memory. Getting it?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
one can be done another time. Yes. So just try your approach also, and then you will also try this approach also. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mohammed, what happened? Okay, program number 17. Okay, fine. Yes, I will help you out. Mm, okay. So in the question, it is mentioned that you are throwing the exception of arithmetic type at a random iteration in the loop. Okay. So there is one method, and which is using a loop, that is for sure. In that methods block, you are throwing the exception, arithmetic exception, okay, at certain event. Now, when is arithmetic exception getting thrown? Whenever you are dividing a number by 0, at that time arithmetic exception gets thrown. So I am creating a function here. Say for example, I am naming the function as divide itself, because I'll be dividing a number by 0. In this class, okay, you are creating your function divide. What is this divide function doing? You are having one whole array. You are having one array, and you are dividing that array elements. Say, for example, your array is a static array of size 5. Okay. Then what is your divide function doing? No. Your divide function is simply parsing the array till the length of the array. Okay, and it is dividing this array elements by the input number. So I am inputting a number from here. Okay, using scanners object, Mohammed, I am inputting the number, and for whatever is the input number, no, it is dividing your a of I divided by b. This answer you want to print. Okay, only this answer you want to print. You want to divide your array elements with some element b, which user is inputting. Now, if user is inputting b as 0, we know that the division at this point is not possible. Whenever your b is 0, at that time this division is not possible. So at that time, we are throwing which exceptions object? We are throwing arithmetic exceptions object. Okay, how to throw the object, how to create the object by using arithmetic exception. And I can, use the message over here that, divide by 0 exception is occurring. Okay. Along with that, it is mentioned that you need to also print the ith iteration where the exception is occurring. So In the object itself, I am passing the message. Along with that message, I am also passing variable I, which denotes the iteration where the exception is occurring. This is it in your program. This much you have to do in your program, in your first class. Then in your main function, what we are doing in a public static void main, whenever you are calling this function, whenever you are calling your divide function, you will be creating the object of class test, okay? Then you will be calling this op.divide. Whenever you are calling this divide, at that time, the exception may occur. So this statement may cause exception. So I am surrounding this statement by try and catch block. And in catch block, which exception I have to catch? The arithmetic exception that is getting generated. Okay. Arithmetic exception that is getting generated in this divide function. And here I am simply trying to print the message that this exception has occurred. Getting it now, what we are doing here? Yes, Mohammed? Yes, yes, yes. Please try this. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, without synchronization, it is not printing some digits, and with synchronization, it is printing digits, but some are like randomly printed.
Yes, yes, it's because CPU is allocated randomly. Just show me the program. Just show me the output once.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with synchronization, it is printing the. Okay. But then why it is printing zero again?
The 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is like T3 thread, which is printing first, and 12, 13, 14 is printing afterwards.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because if one of the processes, taking the control of CPU, then another will not be able to take that CPU. That
Yes,
is what.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
But
okay. In this
without
case, yeah,
synchronization, it is not printing only some of the digits.
yes, yes. Mm. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. In another thread, the output is not coming properly. For the first thread, it is printing fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that will vary actually. That we cannot predict.
Yeah,
But
actually,
as
it's
the
very.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Actually, the object is different, no? So now try the approach where the object is same, and you are creating the threads on the same object. Then what is
Yes,
happening? Please try that. Yeah. Yes, Mohammed, you had a question.
No, ma'am. I'm doing the program.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. Yes, yes. Please continue. If you are facing problems, let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Vidhi, try the another approach using this producer consumer. No, that approach you can try now. Yes, Mohammed. Okay, please scroll down. Okay. Yes. Good. Good. Yes. If it is zero, then you are printing it is error. Okay. But at that time, you can directly, throw the exception. So in the catch block, it will directly go and it will print this divide by zero exception. Okay. What you need to do is, Mohammed, go back to this, scroll down, go to this divide by zero. Yes. Whenever it is zero, no, b equals to zero. In that, just use this statement, throw, remove that the print statement. Yes. Remove the SOP statement completely and yes, you can directly use throw arithmetic row. Yes, this is a keyword. See, yes, use that keyword. New new arithmetic exception object. New yes space arithmetic exception. Yes, see, it is an option over there. Yes, click on that. In the bracket, you just print. You just print that error. Whatever error message you want to print. Use it inside the bracket. Double quotation. Print the message. Yes. Whatever message you want to pass over there. Yes. Along with that, concatenate I also with that. Yes. Concatenate I also. Just I. Yes. Done. Now in your catch block, scroll up. In your catch block, see, you are already you are catching the exception E, right? Instead of printing here message divide by zero error, remove that message because you already have passed that message before, no, in that object. That object is received in this E variable, E object, okay? So now remove the double quotation also and print and now use E dot get message. Get message is a function that will, yes, get message, yes. Done. Now whatever message you have passed in that throw, it will be catched over here and it is printed in e.get message. Yes. Now enter 0 and check whether it is dividing it by 0 or not. Mohammed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Now enter 0 and see if the division is...
Okay.
See, right? Error will be displayed at which iteration? Second iteration. When I was 2, at that time you are facing this problem. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, yes. No problem. No problem. Yes. Yes, you can stop sharing.
Ma'am, actually, I have one doubt in HCDA JavaScript. So, would
Yes.
you mind solving it?
Yes, yes, yes. You can share your screen. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes, yes, Vidya.
yeah. So when I click on this, there should
Mm-hmm.
be one pop-up should be generated. So
Okay.
whenever I try that, it shows
Uh-huh.
that the model is empty.
Okay. Is this image just an image or a button or something?
No, it is image.
Okay. 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 Fine. Fine. No problem. Yes. Can you show me your code?
Yes, ma'am. So this is the JavaScript which I used.
Yes. So what do you want to do when it is getting clicked?
pop-up should be generated. It is
Okay.
triggering the like code, but yet not showing the pop-up.
Oh, okay, okay. It is not showing you the pop-up at all. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm, so this is your JS. Okay. You are using array selector. Okay, fine. Then you are mm, variable array selector close button. Okay. Then your function is there. In the click function, you are oh, okay. And in toggle model function, you are simply creating. Okay, yes, it looks correct only. Can you show me the HTML?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Cannot read the property class list of null toggle model. So it is having problem in reading that property class list.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the name of the image? Just go back to the JS JavaScript.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, yes. What is the name of the image?
It is image 08.
Yes, that is the source, but the name of the image is not given no here. So what I was thinking was, if the name of the image is given or the ID is given, no, then you can get that image. Just see the chat box once. Mm, no, we have go to the chat box. We have get element by ID function, and we also have get element by name. Two functions we have. Whatever is the name of image, no, name of image. Okay, that you can fetch with that get element by ID or get element by name, and then on click of this, meaning you can write on click event for this, on click event for this, and then on click you can just call one function.
Then, like, in which parameter should I pass image in my JavaScript?
In your JavaScript, just no, you don't need to pass the parameter. Just create one variable, and see, document is the attribute which will get the complete document. And in the document, whichever element is given that ID, no, for that ID itself, that the for that image, it is going to fetch that ID and store it in the variable image. So no need to work on that. You can directly use that. Yes. Okay. No need to worry about that. Get element by ID. And then on this function, you can, like this, on the click of the function, image on click, you can see the chat box once again. Yes. On click function, you can create, and then you can display the model that you want to display
Okay, so I shall include this code in the JavaScript.
in the JS itself. Yes. Just
Yes,
add
ma'am.
this name on your ID on your image. Your image is not having any ID. So on click
Hmm.
of which ID, what is happening, that it is not known. Just add this
Okay.
image, and then on click you call that function that you want to print. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
This
I
is
shall try it, and if there would be any problem, I'll ask you in the next line.
yes. No problem. No problem. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, no problem. Yes, you both can leave the session. No problem. You are done for today. Mohammed, are you having any questions? Okay, no problem. Yes, you both can leave the session. I have marked your attendance.